12-year-old Filipino street singer brings crowd to tears loudly crying face, Hotel California, Golden Moment 2025 sparkles. The city of Manila was alive with the chaos of honking cars, street vendors shouting prices, and the warm scent of roasted corn drifting through the humid air. In the middle of that noise stood a thin, barefoot boy clutching a second-hand guitar with a missing string. His name was Emmanuel, though most people called him Manny. Every afternoon, as the sun dipped behind the skyline, Manny sang on the corner of Roxas Boulevard, his soft voice fighting through the noise of the world that rarely noticed him. Manny was only 12, but his eyes carried the quiet weight of someone much older. His mother used to tell him that his voice was a gift, something beautiful that could open doors one day. But after she passed away 2 years ago, those doors seemed to close all at once. His father, once a jeepney driver, had fallen ill and could no longer work. So, Manny sang, not for fame, not for applause, but to buy rice and medicine. He would sing old songs his mother loved, the ones she'd hum while washing clothes by the river. Imagine, Let It Be, and her favorite, Hotel California. Every night, as the city lights flickered on, Manny sang that haunting melody beneath a flickering street lamp, his young voice echoing through the streets. Sometimes people dropped coins. Sometimes, they just walked past. But Manny always smiled. He knew music was his way of surviving and remembering. One warm evening, a foreign couple stopped to listen. The man, an American tourist with a camera around his neck, whispered to his wife, "He sounds like an angel." They stayed until the end of the song, tears glistening in their eyes. The man knelt beside Manny and asked, "Where did you learn to sing like that?" Manny just smiled shyly. "From my mom, sir. She said music makes people feel less alone." The couple uploaded a short video of him to social media, captioning it, "A voice that deserves the world." Within days, the clip went viral. Millions watched in disbelief as the boy in torn clothes sang Hotel California, with a rawness that touched hearts across continents. Messages poured in, "Who is this boy? Find him. He deserves a stage." Weeks later, Manny's life changed forever. The producers of America's Got Talent reached out through a Filipino nonprofit. At first, he thought it was a prank. Him. The boy who sang for coins. But when he held the official invitation letter, tears streamed down his face. His father hugged him tightly and whispered, "Sing for your mother, son." When Manny walked onto the AGT stage months later, he looked tiny under the bright lights. The audience fell silent as they saw his small frame and the worn-out guitar hanging from his shoulder. Simon Cowell leaned forward, curious. "What's your name, young man?" Manny's voice trembled as he said, "I'm Manny, from the Philippines." "Why did you come here today?" asked Sofia Vergara softly. He looked up, eyes shimmering. "To sing for my mom in heaven, and for my dad watching back home." The audience gasped, already touched. Then the music began. The opening chords of Hotel California filled the theater, but what came next no one expected. His voice, gentle yet powerful, carried a soul far beyond his years. Every word bled with emotion, every note painted a story of love, loss, and hope. The audience sat frozen, their hearts caught in his song. Even Simon's usual stoic expression softened. By the time he reached the final chorus, people were wiping away tears. When the last note faded, the room erupted in applause, cheers, and cries. But before anyone could say a word, Heidi Klum slammed her hand down on the golden buzzer. Gold confetti rained from the ceiling as Manny stood frozen, his tiny chest rising and falling in disbelief. The judges rushed to the stage, hugging him. "You made us feel something so real," Simon said, voice cracking slightly. "You reminded us why music matters." Backstage, Manny called his father through a borrowed phone. "Papa, they hit the golden buzzer," he cried. His father's weak voice trembled through the line. "Your mom must be smiling in heaven, Anik." The story of the Filipino street boy who sang his way to the golden buzzer spread across the world. People donated to help his father's treatment and to fund music education for other poor children in Manila. Manny didn't forget where he came from. When he returned home, he sang again on the same street corner, this time surrounded by children who once watched him from the shadows. He handed a small guitar to a boy about his age and said, "Here. Maybe your song can change the world too." Years later, Manny would tell interviewers, "I never sang to be famous. I just wanted people to feel what I felt, that even in darkness, music can bring light." The world remembered his voice, not just for its beauty, but for the heart behind it, a reminder that sometimes, the greatest stars are found not under spotlights, but beneath street lamps, singing for love, for hope, and for a better tomorrow.